Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over how to win more solo queue games in Rainbow Six Siege. I've got a couple tips here and I think that they'll just help improve your guys' chances of winning. Yeah, that's pretty much it. These are just tips that help me when I play. So yeah, getting right into it. We're going to go tip number 1, stop baiting. Okay, I see plenty of people who are like, man, I'm hard stuck emerald with a 1.3 KD. My teammates are just trash. Like, if you got a 1.3 KD, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna be hard stuck unless you're baiting. Like, if you're getting kills that actually matter, you're getting impactful frags, and it's not at the end of the round when it's like a 1v4. If you're getting like 2-3 kills a round and you're still losing, I don't know what to tell you. You're either baiting or something else is going on, because there's no reason you should have a 1.3 KD and be losing. So that's tip number 1. Stop baiting. Stop baiting your teammates. Don't spend 2.5 minutes outside a big window on Oregon upstairs and then hop in with 30 seconds left and die and blame it on your team, right? You need to get in the map, take map control, and push defenders out of their positions, right? You can't just sit there and wait for them to walk into your crosshairs. That's not going to work against smart players, right? Going on to number 2. And this is more of a tip for attack than defense, because it's the defender's job to set up a puzzle for the attackers, and it's the attacker's job to solve it. So operator picks for the attackers is more reactionary and more based off of what you see. So because of that, tip number 2 is going to be choose your op last. It's self-explanatory. Have your other teammates pick their ops first, because 1, they're going to pick who they're more comfortable with, and 2, you'll just have to fill in and you'll play what you need. If you want to win, you have to play what your team needs. You have to be like the team bitch, basically. Otherwise, you're probably not going to win the majority of games, right? So your team's almost always going to need a hard breach. If somebody's on hard breach, play somebody with EMP nades to help them get it open. If you're attacking CCTV on Clubhouse, play Cappy Tau so you can burn the player playing rafters and clear him out. If you're playing, I don't know, Basement Oregon, play like Flores or something to try to clear out all the util that they got bunker. You know, stuff like that. You just pick your op last and play ops that your team needs, not just ash for the gun or whatever, you know. Moving on to tip number 3. This is kind of counter to what this video is all about, but don't expect to win. This is one of the hardest things for me personally, is keeping a good mental when you're solo queuing, because, you know, if you play the game, you're watching videos like this, you want to get better because you want to win more, right? And realizing that the game is built for like 5 stacks, is built for a team-based environment, you need to know that. So if you're playing against a 5 stack or even a 4 stack or a 3 stack, you should lose that game, because they have communication and coordination and you don't, right? If you're solo queuing, you should be solo queuing with the intent to get better, learn something, play your best game, and winning will come as a side effect of that, right? You can't just expect to go into a game by yourself and win. It won't happen all the time. So you gotta mentally prepare yourself for the loss that is probably gonna come. That way you won't get tilted, you won't start playing stupid, because when you get tilted, that's when you make more mistakes. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Tip number 4, use your mic. This is the biggest thing, especially on console when people can hide in party chats. Just use your mic, turn your mic on, make call outs. If you die to somebody, tell your teammate where he was. If you're dead, instead of sitting on your phone, just sit on a cam and watch your phone. You know, you can watch both at the same time, basically. If you sit on a cam and you see somebody, make a call out for your teammate. You know, don't just go AFK after you die. It's not helpful. not going to help your team win. It's not going to help you win. Another thing with that is on defense, as soon as the action phase starts, go on your cams just to see where they spawn. Because if you look at the outside cams, you can see what gets shot, and that'll tell you where people spawn. The biggest thing for that, like the biggest example, is on border. If there's 3 cams, right? There's one valley entrance, there's one west, and one east. If you hop on cams and you see the east cam is the only one that gets shot, that means that all 5 of them spawned east. That means it's probably going to be an archives take, and they're going to be smoking the archives door, running in with Monty, running in with Ying, and planting on that door, right? So if you see that, you can make that call out to your teammates, and you can go play below. You can have somebody else play below with the C4, get warded in sight so that in case they start yinging, he'll be able to see through it. Stuff like that. Just little things like that that give you a huge advantage in the Siege world. Okay, covered that one. Tip number 5. Mute your teammates when they're talking shit. That's you know, it's also kind of counterproductive to use your comms and everything like that, but when you mute your teammates in game, they can still hear you. So they can still hear your callouts regardless of whether you can hear them or not. But the reason I gave you this tip is because solo queuing, everybody makes mistakes. You're not gonna be the perfect player. You're gonna whiff shots. You're gonna make a bad call, a bad move, a bad play, a bad read. Things are gonna happen, and you're gonna end up losing rounds. And your teammates, some teammates are going to choose to turn their mic on only for that second to yell at you and talk shit about the mistake that you made, right? Those teammates like that are useless. There's no reason to have their microphone unmuted. If you hear someone come in and the only thing they say is like just shit talk, there's just mute them. It helps your mental. It helps you hear better because you don't have to listen to them talking. You know, it's just overall, it's just a better move. And now for the 6th and final tip that I have, use your drones. This kind of goes with the cams thing a couple tips ago. It's especially important when you're solo queuing to use your drones because you can't trust your teammates. You can't rely on your teammates to drone things. You can't rely on your teammates to make callouts. You have to use your drones to drone out certain doors, certain rooms, certain corners, certain rat spots. So in order to do that, you need to save them. Don't waste them in the prep phase by just running and finding the site. You can, 9 times out of 10, you can figure out what the site is just by putting your drone in the building and listening, right? And you know where most people are gonna go anyways. Like on Oregon, 95% of the time, people go 2nd floor first in ranked. That's just what they do. So you drive your drone in lobby, listen. If you hear footsteps above, it's them. If you hear footsteps below, it's basement. Boom, that's easy. Don't waste your drones. Save them, use them. And that's it. Those are my 6 tips for how to win more solo queue games in Rainbow Six Siege. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like. It's free. It helps a lot more than you think. Leave a comment if you have any other tips that I didn't cover in this video, just to help other people get better. And if you found something in this video that you never really thought of or something that helped you, let me know that too, because you know, I'm just looking for feedback on what helps people, what doesn't help people, how I can be better as a player and a content creator. And yeah, subscribe for more. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.